A tense debate is brewing in Walton County over the future of its Economic Development Alliance. Some commissioners want to stop funding the agency or at least make some major changes, saying the group hasn't delivered on its promises. The proposal failed last week by a 3-2 vote, but it may come up again. News 13's Heather Basley joins us live in studio. Heather, what's at stake here and why is this still up for debate?
Shelby, the vote settled the issue for now, but the conversation is far from over. Commissioner Dan Curry says Walton County's Economic Development Alliance, or EDA, hasn't delivered a strong return on investment, and he's calling for a major overhaul.
Economic development alliances can be extremely valuable to their communities. Some in Walton County say they haven't seen that value.
Since I was elected and I was appointed to that board, there hasn't been a lot of progress one way or the other. And from what I'm looking at, I did my own investigation over the past few years, and the last couple of years we're over $1 million, and I don't see that kind of ROI, and that is one of the reasons I brought it up.
Curry pushed for a defunding measure that ultimately failed in a 3-2 vote, but it wasn't a clear victory for the EDA. Commissioners did approve around $420,000 in funding for the upcoming fiscal year, but the EDA will have to return $150,000. Commissioners also have the opportunity to revisit funding every quarter.
It's not like one check at the beginning of the year. I believe it's quarterly installments. And if we're not getting any kind of return, there should not be any sway one way or the other. We should automatically say, hey, look, it's been 3 years, it's been 4 years, we're not seeing anything. We need to go a different avenue.
Curry proposed the idea of having an in-house EDA. EDA officials pushed back, saying their work is ongoing, with much of it behind the scenes. They cited 92 new jobs added in just one local industrial park over the past year and say economic development doesn't just happen overnight.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. We obviously, I understand the desire for the commissioners. They want to return on their investment. I understand that. They invest in this organization. And we obviously are grateful for their contributions. I can understand the concern, but we are headed in the right direction, and we got some good things coming.
EDA leaders are trying to replace the president who resigned in August, and they see that transition as an opportunity to refocus. They also say they're bringing in grant funding to support countywide projects, an effort they believe deserves continued support.
Walton County is at the point where Okaloosa County was in 1969. And you look at the massive growth, especially in Freeport. We're following that trend right now, coming along, where we have the space and workforce, including locally and across the county line, or the state line, to help develop that. But that didn't happen overnight in Okaloosa. That's taken decades.
Still, with commissioners able to revisit EDA, the debate over its value could be back on the table sooner than earlier.
You can't put stuff on a shelf after it's been approved or not approved or whatever the case may be. You got to stay involved in it. Out of sight, out of mind is not in my vocabulary.
Both commissioners and EDA officials say their main goal is to continue Walton County's growth and provide long-term jobs.
And Heather, when are EDA officials hoping to hire a new president?
Shelby, they say they'll hire someone as soon as they can find the right candidate.
All right. Well, as always, we'll continue to follow this story. Thank you. That's Heather Basley reporting live from our studio.